We are doing Tuesday of the Spiral Review Q13. I've got 76 times 468. I'm going to use my scratch sheet of paper. Getting my problem written down here. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 6 is 36 plus 4 is 40. And 6 times 4 is 24 plus 4 is 28. I'm going to mark these 4s off so I don't re-add them when I do my next place value. I am moving over place value, so I do need to put my placeholder here. Got 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 6 is 42, plus 5 is 47. And 7 times 8 is 28, plus 4 is 32. Adding all this up, 8 plus 0 is 8, 0 plus 6 is 6, 8 plus 7 is 15. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 2 is 5, and 3. 35,568. All right, so find the quotient. 375 divided by 15. All right, I know that 15 will go into 37 2 times without going over. 37 minus 30 would be 7. I've got a 5 to drop down because 7 is less than 15. How many times will 15 go into 75? So let's just think of my 15s. So 1 times 15 I know is 15. I know that 2 times is 30. 3 times is 45. 4 times is, well, 55 is 60. 5 times is 75. Boom. So 5 times 15 is 75. 0 remainder. 25 should be my answer. Always check your work. 25 times 15. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. I'm going to mark that 2 off so I don't re-add it. Move over a place value. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 2 is 2. 5, 7, 3. 375 is what I started with. So I know my answer is correct. 25 is my quotient. Moving on, find the sum. My place values are lined up nice for me, so I can go ahead and add as is. 8 plus 5 is 13. Drop down my decimal. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 3 is 7, and 2 plus blank is 2. So 27 and 3/10. Finding the difference. Now my place values are not lined up, so I'm going to write those on my scratch sheet of paper, lining everything up so I don't make any careless errors. 36 and 47 hundredths minus 34 and 89 hundredths. So I know that I cannot take 9 from 7, but I can borrow from this place value. This becomes a 17. 17 minus 9 is 8. I cannot take 8 from 3, but I can borrow. This becomes a 13 minus 8 is 5. I'm going to go ahead and bring my decimal down. 5 minus 4 is 1, and then 3 minus 3 is nothing. So 1 and 58 hundredths is my answer. Using less than, greater than, or equal to 10 and 100th is blank than 10 and 10 hundredths. Or you could say 10 and 1/10 if you were to leave off that 0 at the end. This is less than. 55 and 56 hundredths is blank than 55 and 65 hundredths. Can be a little tricky there. All right, simplify each fraction. 8/24 think what is the greatest number I can divide into both the numerator and denominator? I could divide by 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1, and 24 divided by 8 is 3. So 8/24 simplifies to 1/3. 3/15 would simplify down. If I divided by 3, I would get 1, and then 15 divided by 3 would be 5, 1/5. Solve the expression using, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So anything in parentheses I do first. So 4 plus 5, I'm going to run out of room, so I'm going to use my scrap sheet of paper. 4 plus 5 was in parentheses, divided by 3 times 4. Alrighty, so please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So parentheses first, that would be 9. Drop everything else down. So parentheses are done, no exponents, multiplication. So we've got 9 divided by 3 times 4. We'll do multiplication and division first. So if we were to do 3 times 4 would be 12. Can we divide 9 divided by 12? No, we cannot. So let's do 9. Let's make this 9 divided by 3, which would be 3. Bring down that times 4, and my answer would be 12. All right, moving along. What multiplication and division problem does this model represent? Well, I have 3 equal groups, 1, 2, 3, of 1, 2, 3, 4 pencils. So I have 3 times 4 equals 12. Division, I would have 12 divided into 3 groups equals 4. What is this number in word form? So that is 78. 78. And, remember that decimal is an and, 6 tenths. Label the place value of this number, 12,354 and 897 thousandths. So the 2 is in the thousands place, that's correct. The 4 is in the ones place. The 5 here is in the tens. The 8 is in the tenths. The 9 is in the hundredths. And finally, the 7 is in the thousandths. And if you're curious, the 1 is in the 10,000s. All right, that is APK for Tuesday. I will have the other videos shortly.